What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Mekhi back in the building. You feel me? Now, today we about to do another reaction video. We hitting 8 straight minutes of NBA Christmas facts. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Scottie Pippen is objectively more successful than Michael Jordan on Christmas Day. Scottie is a guy who has an argument for the title of the ultimate Christmas performer, as he has a perfect 7-0 record on December 25th, which none of his superstar peers can match. Over those 7 victories, Pippen put up all-around dominant numbers of 22.9 points, 8.9 rebounds, 5.7 assists, 3.4 steals, and 1.6 blocks.
Before y'all go in the comment section talking about, Scottie Pippen. Dog, this doesn't mean anything at all. It's one day out of the whole year. By the way, I don't celebrate Christmas, by the way. I just want to get that out there. I do not celebrate Christmas. But, bro, this is just one day, dog. Michael Jordan is still the GOAT, man.
On 47.2% shooting. Compare that to MJ's numbers over the holiday, and you'll see that there's at least one calendar day out of the year where Pippen can claim that he was the greatest player on those Chicago Bulls teams. In other words, you can say that Pippen...
Oh, wait, go back. 22 points, 28 points. 8.0 rebounds, 8.9 rebounds. 4.0 assists, 5.7 assists, 2.8 steals per game, 3.4 steals per game, 1.3 blocks. So he beats him pretty much everything except for scoring. And then even in scoring, he has a better shooting percentage. Okay, all right, fine. I mean, you might guess fine.
He was the greatest player on those Chicago Bulls teams. In other words, you can say that Pippen was basically a man amongst boys. Just like men who use Manscaped, the global...
Hey, we finna skip this because we're not sponsored by Manscaped. Hey, Manscaped, if you're watching this, sponsor me, please. I need that, you know what I'm saying? But we're not sponsored by Manscaped, so let's go ahead and skip that. Hold on.
Shipping with promo code Arnett at checkout. Tracy McGrady didn't play many Christmas Day games, but when he did, he was arguably the greatest Christmas Day performer of all time, as he averaged 43.3 points, 7.7 rebounds, 4.3 assists, and 2 steals on 48.8% shooting. His 43.3 points is the highest scoring average in NBA Christmas history, and he won 2 out of those 3 games.
But he played 3 Christmas games. Of course he's gonna average 40. Like, he ain't play that many. You know what I'm saying? But T-Mac's like that though. T-Mac's like that. Don't get it twisted.
In those games was one of the all-time great solo performances where he torched a young LeBron James with this near monstrous triple-double.
That's out of context. Bron had a monstrous game too. Don't do that. They was going back and forth. They was going at it. I know what game they're talking about. But, you know, Tracy McGrady just scored more. But LeBron had a game too.
Christmas Day is one of the biggest days for the NBA, as many superstars and teams have made their mark throughout the years on this holiday. But with that being said, not everyone has been a part of the fun. Only 2 teams in NBA history have never ever played on Christmas Day, and that is the Charlotte Hornets and the Memphis Grizzlies. The funny thing is, I would actually really enjoy a Christmas Day game next season between the Hornets and Grizzlies, as a battle between young stars like Ja Morant and LaMelo Ball would make some pretty exciting television. Some organizations are certainly more familiar than others with December 25th. New York is the best example of that. The Knicks have played more games on Christmas than any other team in NBA history, as they've competed in a total of 53 contests. But unfortunately, just like most of their recent history, they haven't been very successful, as they have a lifetime win percentage of only 41.5%. Speaking of Christmas Day being rough on the Knicks, the largest margin of victory on December 25th came in 1960, when the Syracuse Nationals defeated the New York Knicks. It wasn't just a blowout, but a Christmas Day massacre, as the final score was 162-100. Not only is 62 points the largest margin of victory, but 162 points are the most points ever scored by a team on the holiday. It was certainly a well-rounded effort from the Nationals, as 9 out of their 10 players finished with double-digit scoring. With a couple of the previous facts, I talked about some of the strongest Christmas Day performers. But not every superstar does very well on the holiday, and a great example of that is the Warriors legend Steph Curry. Steph isn't just bad on Christmas Day, but for some reason, he's simply hot garbage. Over his 8 games, he's won 3 and he's lost 5, as he put up averages of 13.1 points, 6.8 assists, and 5 rebounds on only 30.2% shooting.
I want to say something before he continues, bro. I automatically go back to 2016. Warriors Cavs. That was the most entertaining Christmas game that I have ever witnessed. That was the best Christmas game that I have ever seen in my lifetime. I saw that game live. I didn't see the beginning of the game, but I definitely saw the second half of the game. I was hitting we was in Houston, and we had watched the movie Fences. It was a movie Fences. And I came back and it was the second half. There was a bowling alley right by the movie theaters. So when you go out, it was one of those like arcade and then there's a movie theater. So we go out and I'm seeing that the game is on. Seeing Bron playing, I'm seeing Kyrie playing, I'm seeing Steph, I'm seeing everybody playing, and it's a pretty competitive game. I asked my dad if I could watch it, watch the rest. The rest is history. You see the shot that Kyrie hit again to win the game. But yeah, you know what's so crazy about that? I don't know if the outcome would have been different, but the crazy thing is that when Kyrie hit that shot in Game 7 in 2016, people were saying, well, not people, Iman Shumpert and all the guys that was playing, they all said that, especially the Warriors, they were saying that they were trying to get Klay Thompson to guard Kyrie. Klay Thompson even said himself, I was trying to guard Kyrie, but when the switch happened, he wished it never had happened because he wanted to guard him. He felt like he could stop him. But it's kind of ironic that Kyrie Irving hit that shot on Christmas Day on Klay Thompson to win the game on Klay Thompson. It's just ironic, bro. It's just funny to me.
Also making an awful 20.4% of his three-pointers attempted. To put that misery in perspective, consider how he has more than twice as many turnovers as he has three-pointers made. Hopefully, he'll be able to right the ship this Christmas against Phoenix. This player is the all-time leader in points scored on Christmas Day, with a total of 395, which is trailed by another player with a total of 383. Any guesses on who these two players are? They're two of the greatest legends to represent the purple and gold, which are Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. Of all the teams throughout the history of the league, the Los Angeles Lakers have the most wins on Christmas Day. But a lot of that success comes from the sheer volume of the games played on the holiday, and they're actually nowhere close to the greatest team win percentage. That honor belongs to the Miami Heat, who have a lifetime win percentage of an incredibly dominant 84.6%. Traditionally, the NBA ratings spike on Christmas Day, as some of the best regular season matchups take place on this holiday. With that being said, one classic game stands above the rest as the most watched Christmas game of all time. It was the Lakers and the Heat in 2004, which was a highly anticipated matchup between Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal, which was the first time they played on the same court as adversaries. The game had a 7.3 rating and roughly a total of 13.2 million viewers tuned in. The game certainly didn't disappoint and was thrilling throughout. Kobe had the chance to win the game in the final moments, but missed the long jumper as time expired. He finished with 42 points and 6 assists on 40% shooting, but Shaq got the last laugh with his 24 points and 11 rebounds in a 104-102 victory. Christmas is a time of giving, and two players did that better on the holiday than anyone else. The first was the 6-foot guard Guy Rodgers in 1966, who was finding all of his Bulls teammates on this night, as he finished with a total of 18 assists.
I'm sorry, when it comes to 60s and 50s basketball, I don't know nobody. I don't know nobody, bro. When it comes to that, people say, right? People say, oh, the 80s and 90s basketball, there was an all white man's game. It's all white people. When you really want to look into it, you look into the 50s and 40s, you're gonna see guys like this. You're gonna see guys like this. It's not dissing those guys. They probably played well in their era. They probably played basketball as well as they possibly could. But when you look at the numbers and see what they did back then, it makes you scratch your head a little bit, because you're like, we can't do that now. Half of those, records that they had back then, they can't do now. Unless they were really trying to. Back then, it seemed effortless. Like it was an every night basis. It seemed like that. I don't know, man. That's just my thought process on it.
Only one other player has ever matched that total, and it was the underappreciated Nate Tiny Archibald in 1972, who amassed a total of 18 assists as well. At the time, this certainly wasn't the biggest surprise coming from Archibald, as he achieved history that season by leading the entire league in both points and assists that same year. As I mentioned earlier, Kobe Bryant is currently the all-time leading scorer on the holiday, but if you assumed that meant that the Mamba was generally very successful on the holiday, you would be gravely mistaken, as the Mamba only has a 6-10 record on December 25th. The Minnesota Timberwolves are the worst franchise in NBA history in terms of winning percentage, and even they have a greater win percentage than Kobe does on Christmas Day. With that being said, you would probably be going a step too far if you said that he was as bad as Steph Curry was on the holiday, as the Mamba maintained at least respectable numbers on the holiday, which is much more than Steph can claim. This player has the most victories on Christmas Day with an impressive 10-3 record. Over those 13 games, he put up solid numbers of 24.2 points, 6.2 assists, 5.3 rebounds, and 1.8 steals on 45.7% shooting. Any guesses on who this player is? It's the legendary shooting guard and the 3-time NBA champion, Dwayne Wade. This next fact isn't very surprising, but it's an impressive fact nonetheless. Of all players in NBA history, Wilt Chamberlain is in second place for the most points ever scored on the holiday when he reached a total of 59. He's also easily the Christmas record holder for the most rebounds in a single game when he reached a total of 36. Amazingly, he did both of these achievements in the same game, which was against the New York Knicks in 1961. If I had a nickel for every time the Knicks were on the wrong side of history, I may just have enough to purchase the team. Which one of these facts was the most interesting, and do you have any new facts to share with the rest of us? Let me know in the comments section below. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks for watching as always. Make sure to like and subscribe for more basketball content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Christmas basketball, it's very interesting. I used to always love watching those commercials, man. Them NBA basketball commercials, especially when they was doing commercials. I think they were showing it. Hold on. They didn't show it. Okay, but they did show it, but I can't find it. It's the one where they were doing they were shooting and there was bells on the hoop. And it was and at the end LeBron dunked it and he said, "Please tell me the camera's on." There was those type of commercials that they were shooting. I love those commercials, man. I don't know why, man. I don't know. If I don't celebrate holidays myself, but if I were to celebrate a holiday, I like Christmas. I love the lights. I love the the trees, the gift giving. I love the pajamas, you know what I'm saying? The eggnog, the cookies, the stocking, I enjoy the scenery, but morally I just don't do that. I just, I don't do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. The Dream Team documentary will be coming soon. Just wait. It will be coming soon. And until my next video, man, I'll see y'all.